Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is the June 24th card of the day. Happy birthday, June 24th, babies. Now, you might be somewhere in the world where the 24th is come and gone when I'm posting this. That's fine. We're setting the intention for the next 24 hours. So whenever you happen to stumble upon this video, whatever time zone you're in, whenever YouTube shows it to you, we're setting the intention here for the next 24 hours. Alrighty, my dears, let's see what's coming up here for all of our friends out there in YouTube land. And we have, the 9 of Coins. Okay. Now, some of you may have seen me hesitate. The card that came out was yesterday's card, the 7 of Wands. So if you haven't watched the card of the day for the 23rd, please go back and watch it. Or even if you watched it, maybe go back and watch it again. Universe is really emphasizing that 7 of Wands. All right, so 9 of Coins. 9 of Coins or 9 of Pentacles, depending on the deck that we're using. Some decks call it Coins, some decks call it Pentacles. Now, the 9 of Coins comes up in a few different ways. Oftentimes, it can be seen as a self-employment card or a card of financial independence. So either maybe if you're trying to manifest self-employment or you're working towards self-employment, this is a very positive card to get. Or you're just trying to manifest some financial independence. Say you're in a situation where you're relying on somebody else financially, or you feel like you can't do things on your own financially. 9 of Pentacles is letting us know that you're headed in the direction of manifesting financial independence. So it's a really positive card in terms of money. It's also a card that can be seen as getting attention or being noticed, like making a name for yourself in your field. 9 of Coins is also sometimes a card of like secret admirers or people admiring you from afar. So this can be in both business aspects as well as personal aspects. Some of you have heard me give the examples when the 3 of Coins comes up, and there may be a similar vibe with the 9 of Coins where you kind of notice that they're noticing you or talking about you, but for some reason, like, nobody's approaching you, nobody's telling you what's going on. So you might, excuse me. Sorry, I had to pause there for a second. You might be noticing that people, like maybe like the supervisors or the higher ups or managers or supervisors in other departments might be noticing you, but nobody's quite saying anything. Or in a personal situation, you might kind of feel like, I kind of think that a person's giving attention to me. I kind of feel like we've got some kind of a connection and they seem to be into me, but like I try to smile, I try to like let them know like, hey, I'm here, and they're not stepping to me, they're not making a move. So sometimes 9 of Coins can be where you're being examined from a distance. So work situation, personal situation, they may see things about you that they really like, that they're really kind of hopeful about, but at the same time they may be feeling like, who are you when you think nobody's watching? They may be watching you from afar and taking notes to really get a good idea of who you are, the kind of person you are, if there's a real solid foundation here to build upon or not. Some of you have heard me say the 9 of Coins always makes me think of the Blake Shelton song, Who Are You When I'm Not Looking? So there could be some like examining you from a distance. The good thing is that eventually they're gonna step to you, as long as you are what you're perceiving, well, not perceiving, but portraying yourself to be, right? As long as you are like for real that person, you may have this, your chances are you're going to have a new opportunity being presented to you in terms of work or career, and in a personal situation, somebody may finally make that move and ask you to go grab coffee or have dinner or start chatting with you or whatever it might be. So some of you are being examined at this time with the Nine of Coins. One more thing I want to say about this, and then we'll see if anything else comes in. But Nine of Coins, a lot of the times when we see the Nine of Coins or the Nine of Pentacles in tarot cards, there's a woman with a bird on her finger. Let me see if I can find it in my other deck here. All right, I found her. The Nine of Coins or Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of the times, because a lot of us are just used to seeing the Rider-Waite deck or decks that are inspired by the Rider-Waite deck, we're used to seeing this lady with this bird on her finger. There's a lot of symbolism here, so for that reason, excuse me, this card has another specific meaning for me in my readings. This bird is supposed to symbolize her anxiety. Her anxiety, like what some cultures refer to as the monkey mind, or just that scrambled, intense, voice in our heads that tells us, that everything is going wrong, or, that we're just absolutely the worst and we're gonna mess everything up, and we just have this anxiety in our head. And so in the past, you might have had a lot of situations that have crumbled, like maybe very, very badly, because you may have been dealing with anxiety or monkey mind. But in this symbolism here, the reason why she has all this success, she's got her money, she's on her day off, she can just kind of rest and relax and, enjoy, her field of grapes and everything that she's worked for, and she can check in with her anxiety. So this card represents that she's tamed it, right? We may never be entirely rid of it. I know I don't believe that I will ever be entirely rid of my anxiety, but we may have control of it to where we can function and we can focus on what we need to focus on. And when it starts coming up in our head, we can deal with it, we can put it aside, and then when she has time, in her free time, she can sit with it and she can ask herself, all right, what have I been anxious about lately? Like, what are the things I'm feeling anxiety around? What are things that I can do about it? So if there are situations that I'm worried about, what are things that I can help to alleviate that situation? What are actions that I can take to fix that problem or to avoid a problem from happening that I might be worried about? Some of you may also be finding other remedies that might help you, right? Like the holistic remedies, or maybe you're talking to a life coach or a counselor, or you're finding a little routine that's helping you to unwind and to relax. I know for me, I'm realizing I need to disconnect. So some of you might be realizing that too. Like, you may just kind of need to not be around anybody and not answer your phone or not answer your messages, or just do something mindless for a little bit. And so, whatever it might be, you may be finding ways, like you're grounding yourself, right? You're finding ways to ground yourself. You're finding ways to get out of that monkey mind, so that when you're working, you can focus on what needs to be done and thereby have success, have profit, have gain. Okay. So sometimes for me, the Nine of Coins says we might be getting ready to do something that uh, historically has not gone well for us, right? Like in the past, I've tried this and I failed terribly because I kept making mistakes, or I kept fumbling, or I couldn't stick with it. And sometimes the reason is anxiety. And so the Nine of Coins tells me that this time around, right, you're going to have it under control, so that you're not going to crash and burn. You're going to have success this time. Okay, whether it's a labor of love or a professional venture, or like something like a 9 to 5, or something that you're doing, uh, or creating, maybe even relationship, materializing a relationship, whatever it might be. but this time around you can expect to be successful. You may want to check out your weekly readings if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description of the video. Love readings are linked in the description of the video. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's messages. Take care and be well, my dears.